Meet the Experts is an interview series where you will hear the experts from the tech world share their stories, ideas, and how they envision the future. They will share tips on how students can enter, survive and thrive in the industry and eventually reach the top.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting edition of Meet the Expert series. Today we have Mr. Kelechi with us. He's a technologist, educationist, business integrator, and a disruptive entrepreneur. He's currently the CEO of MyGenius.com and also the managing director of Helping Pian Integrated Services. Mr. Kelechi has an in-depth experience in enterprise technology spanning over a decade and cutting across the oil and gas, education, and many more. It's great to have someone so great as yourself with us here today. Mr. Kelechi.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah.
So, you being the CEO of MyGenius.ng, can you tell us what this company is?
Okay, thank you very much. MyGenius is an edtech startup headquartered in Lagos, Nigeria. We built a smart website that works with teachers to automatically generate well-researched quality lesson plans and teaching resources on their computers and mobile devices. So for example, a teacher wants to teach germination of seeds in his science class for grade 2 students. All the teacher needs to do is type in the topic, select a class and a subject, and MyGenius will provide you with a well-researched lesson plan and a stream of teaching so you can create an engaging classroom for your students. We also connect those teachers on MyGenius to parents who are looking for home tutors for their kids. So we support teachers with teaching resources on one side, then we also provide parents with qualified home tutors for their kids. We're also going to be providing schools with coding and robotics tutors very soon. So that's what we do at MyGenius in a nutshell. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That really sounds great.
Yeah.
So what was your inspiration to start something like this?
Okay, interesting inspiration. So first of all, I think 2015, I was out of work and waiting on employment. It didn't come. So I needed to start something that would solve a problem and also help me earn some money as well. So I started out training teachers. I used to train teachers in teaching with technology in the classroom. So sometime in 2017, a friend of mine asked me something. He said, Mr. Kelechi, how are you sure that these trainings are actually, they are doing these ICT trainings, they are doing, giving these teachers, how are you sure it's transforming the way they teach? So I went back to the schools and I started asking them, have you applied what you learned during the training? Have you done a presentation? Have you used the video? Have you tried this innovative teaching method? And we just found out only about 20% of the teachers were actually applying these things. The others were very busy, they had forgotten what they learned, and they didn't even know the right places to go to get these quality teaching resources with technology. So we said, okay, let's build something that, can reduce the workload of the teachers and give them access to, tools that they can use to leverage digital teaching resources in the classroom, improve the quality of education in their classroom. So that's why we said, let's build MyGenius to help to empower teachers, reduce their workload that they spend doing things like creating lessons and browsing the internet and, searching for multiple pages. Reduce that workload to a short amount of time and give them access to teaching resources, target them based on what they want to teach. Again. So that was the inspiration to support teachers because we knew that they were overworked and they needed to be empowered for the great job that they were doing. Yeah. That was the inspiration, basically.
That's really inspirational.
Yeah.
So over the years, technology has evolved greatly, right?
Yes.
What difference do you see regarding technology now, maybe 10 years ago, and how important do you think technology is to us?
That's a fantastic question. Recently I was reading a book the book about Steve Jobs, yeah. You know, and technology has kind of happened in phases, you know, and it basically kicked off with the advent of the internet, you know. You know, so first of all, we had Web 1, which was basically the internet where you could only read, you know. Then we now had Web 2, where it's the internet that you could actually read and even upload information on. And now we're looking at Web 3, you know, the internet that will be controlled by individuals, you know, where you have your own networks and the networks are not controlled by large organizations, you know. So technology has played a very crucial role, especially for us in Africa. You know, you can see the tech industry and the tech ecosystem in Africa is rapidly growing with startups springing up everywhere, you know, and they wouldn't be able to have done this, you know, this growth and this development and the investment races that they're raising without the advent of the possibility of the internet connectivity. So it has changed everything. What's next is going to be really, really interesting. Now there are new technologies, there's NFTs, there's blockchain, there's cryptocurrencies, there's DeFi, decentralized finance, there's smart contracts. There's a lot of things that are happening. That's the new phase. So it's going to be a really an interesting future. And I'd encourage everybody to try as much as possible to learn about these new emerging technologies because they're going to drive the future, you know. And don't limit yourself. Don't say, I just focus on fintech, or I just focus on edtech, or I just focus on, I'm a programmer. I'm not interested in UI, UX. I'm not interested in graphics. No, you don't have to specialize in everything, but know a bit about other key parts that are not in your specialization, you know, so that you understand the terminologies and how these things affect you as a career person and as a business owner as well. Yeah. So that's it. It has been a transformative change, and what is to come is going to be really, really interesting. And it's right now, it seems a bit complex, but after a while, to be simplified and people will now see the benefits of what these new technologies can do. Yeah, that's it.
You're very correct.
Yeah.
You're very, very correct.
Yeah.
So as technology is advancing, do you think online learning is better than going to a physical campus?
No, I would say online learning is better than going to a physical campus. What I would say is hybrid learning is the new thing. You know, sometimes some people want that convenience where they can just learn something on their laptop, on their mobile phones. But there are certain times when people want to actually engage with a trainer or engage with a teacher, ask physical questions, look at emotions and stuff. So what I would say is none is better than the other. It all just depends on circumstances and the situations. Sometimes you might tell people, I'm inviting you for a course, come and learn this, come and learn that. And they'll ask you, is it online? If it's not online, I can't come on, you know. And sometimes you might be required a job, you might want to go for, maybe a company might want to hire you, and the company which you work in wants to do a training, which is a very hands-on training, practical, something like robotics now. You can't do robotics online. Do you understand? Because you need to work on the kits, you need to dismantle the robots, the circuit boards and everything. So it all depends on the circumstance, but they are both important. None is better than the other. None is better than the other. That's my take. Yeah.
I can agree with you. You work on project and marine operations.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about it and how important emerging technologies are?
In that category?
Yes, in that area.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So, you know, I'm an engineer by my background is engineering, environmental engineering. So I have my hands in a bit of oil and gas and engineering and oil and gas services as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm a planner, I'm a certified PMP planner. Sorry, project manager. I used to be a planner before, but I'm a project manager now. So project planning is basically the planning, the execution, and the successful planning, execution, and delivery of the project, you know, from start to finish. I'm lucky to have planned and delivered several projects, you know, especially in the technology area. And I've worked on some big projects in the oil and gas, you know, as a planner, you know. So it's a lot is involved, from initiation to planning, to costing, to risk management, to stakeholder engagements. You know, it's a broad topic, but it all lets you know that the major thing is that for something to be successful, you have to plan it in-depthly. You have to put pen to paper. You have to have meetings. You have to have a plan. Before you even show up for a meeting like this, you have a plan of what you plan to discuss, the questions you plan to ask. So project planning is important. There are lots in terms of emerging technologies that are affecting that area. New technologies everywhere. Back in the days, I used to work with Primavera P6, then Microsoft projects as well. Those are like, I could call them like previous ones, but there are new things now like Monday.com. There's these guys that are very, very, they're very rampant. I see their ads on YouTube a lot. One Click or something. There's so many online cloud-based project management tools, drag and drop, that are very good. Yeah. You can network with teams. You can collaborate with people across different workstations and different areas. So there are a lot of these things. And there's also trainings out there like Agile, Scrum, that help people to become more dynamic project managers, So there's a lot to be discovered and a lot to learn. In terms of marine, I worked in the oil drilling industry. So the oil drilling industry is divided into three areas, especially on the rig: marine, drilling, and maintenance. So I worked in marine and I worked in drilling, which is basically technical stuff of keeping the facility afloat on water. So there are emerging technologies in that, but they're very, very technical. I don't think that's the conversation for another day. Yeah, that's the conversation.
I understand.
Yeah.
So to wrap this up,
yes,
to wrap this amazing section, is there any career advice you would like to give our students?
Okay, yeah. All right. Oh, students in general or the students of the University of Emerging Technologies?
The students of the University
students of Emerging Technologies. Okay, then in general, okay. I'll start with the students of Emerging Technologies. You guys are already in the right place. For you to be at the University of Emerging Technologies, you're already on the right track, because these are people who want to leverage on the new technologies to build world-class professionals, so you're on the right track. My advice to you is, be open-minded, be open-minded, be diverse, have a diverse network of stakeholders across every aspect, not just because you're in AI, you don't want to know what's happening in blockchain or in data or in programming, just because you know how to write in Python doesn't mean you don't know how to write in Scratch or in JavaScript. Be open, be diverse, because you can never tell what the tide may turn tomorrow. And embrace it. Embrace technology, build networks. Yes, therefore the students all over the world, technology is big. It's transforming the way we live, work, play, interact. Grab a tech skill, and the work that's going to take you to success, to where you need to be, is not necessarily the flashy work like this meeting or, social media. It's boring, long, tedious, time-consuming work that gets things done. So in as much as you're young and you want to have fun and do things on social media, to get where you want to be, you got to sit down, learn, study, practice, engage, and pass, the tests, the examinations, and the certifications. That's what brings success. And I wish you all the best as you do that. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for the advice. I'm sure the students will incorporate them.
Yes.
Guys, this marks the end of our session with Mr. Kelechi today. Thank you so much, Mr. Kelechi, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Christopher. Thank you so much.
I'm sure a lot of people will start visiting your company. We are extremely honored for you to be part of one of our Meet the Expert series in this series. We hope more people know about your company and understand the importance of technology.
Yeah.
It was such a pleasure talking to you, and I know the audience will enjoy it too. Thank you once again.
All right. Thank you very much.